Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Cacao Games. So a couple of days ago, this company reached out to me and asked me to sponsor this game called Guardian Tales. And at first, they told me I needed to play through the game for about 4 to 5 hours to be able to experience all the game. And I was a little hesitant, I'm not gonna lie, guys. After I started playing through the game, I actually really fell in love with this game. This game is truly fun and amazing and actually really engaging. I want to do this video a little bit differently, and I want to take you through the story of how I played and how I experienced it and why I think the game is a lot of fun and why you should play it. And remember, make sure to go to the description down below and download Guardian Tales for free. And by I mean free, I played through this entire game without spending any money. So first things first, let me throw you into the prologue and my experience when playing through the prologue. As guardians, it is our duty to protect Canterbury from evil. Keep bettering yourselves. Guys, this is actually super awesome so far. I love the graphics of it. Today, we finally have a new recruit who passed the entrance exams. That's me. Step up and report yourselves, new guardian. A quiet, young, passionate guardian. Choose your avatar. A male knight? Let's do this. Are you ready? Or that's me. All right, confirm. All right, passionate. So
let's do this. Let's do this. Nice to meet you.
I'm polite, guys. You can't change your nickname once you confirm. Please choose wisely. Wait, so you can't change your nickname once you confirm. Please choose wisely. Okay, if you guys asked. Congratulations, kid. I knew you would make it. I expect you to become a full... Captain! Reporting a large unidentified object approaching from the sky. Whoa, whoa! Dear Promethea, what is happening? What the heck is that? What the heck? Bomb! Enemy attack! Alert the Guardian! Set up defense line of wall 7! Yes, ma'am, stay behind me! Holy cow, what's happening? No, that's what? Oh, I'm okay, I'm alive. Oh my gosh, an angel just saved me. Thank you, angel friend. Holy cow, thank you, friend. But very quickly, I realized I needed to make some money and I needed to get some resources because my gear was a little bit lacking. So I had to go into one of the dungeons. At first, I wasn't really wanting to go into the dungeon because I was so hooked into the story itself. But after I realized what it was, I was really excited. It turns out that I was a parking attendant and I needed to destroy all of the illegally parked cars. People kind of like freaked out in the world around it. I had a lot of fun with it. It felt really satisfying to be able to swing my sword and just kind of destroy all of the cars. I needed to head into the Awakening dungeon in order to upgrade my character. After playing through the Awakening dungeon, you get your Awakening stones to upgrade your hero nodes. Awakening your hero makes them much stronger. I ended up putting all of my points into offense just because I think a good offense is a good defense if I'm able to destroy my enemies faster. After I jumped back into the story, I ran into a hilarious blacksmith. Her only idea of making things better was to just destroy everything. She sent me on a quest to go find an ultra powerful sword for her. So we began the quest. After I had found the sword, I was genuinely laughing at what was happening. Basically, what happened was she took the sword, broke the sword, and then the hero showed up and then was obviously very upset that we had broken the true master sword. And from there began to be very upset. And honestly, the conversations between characters kept me very engaged and it was just hilarious. I love the facial expressions and it's just a very cute, fun vibe that I had at the game. So after a while, I realized that my wolf buddy that's been following me around for a while needed an upgrade. So I went to the store and I bought him some Volcano Fury Claws that, well, I got all the money from beating up all the monsters. So I decided to equip him with these and he became way cooler. As I was going through the store, I realized there's a whole bunch of awesome costumes and things to make your character look the way you want to. So the way this game works with characters is you get different characters and each character has a special set of abilities and items that they can use. For example, my wolf friend can equip claw weapons, where I can equip two-handed swords, one-handed swords, and assault rifles. Some characters can equip fist weapons, shields, and so on and so forth. So depending on the characters you have, allows you to use different weapons. All weapons do different things and have different abilities, which I very much so enjoy trying out throughout the entirety of the game. But in the end, for a majority of the run, I ended up using a giant two-hander sword, which special ability allowed me to throw throw it like a boomerang, which allowed me to clear out massive amounts of mobs. I know I keep going on and on about the characters, but they're genuinely so much fun to interact with. I found myself talking to each and every one of them. As I was walking through, this poor lost girl came up to me and asked for help getting through the forest. I knew something was up. She seemed a little bit off, especially because her name was Vampire Girl. As we were making our way through, she seemed like she had an attack bar every time I turned my back on her. So I periodically had to turn around and make sure she wasn't going to bite me. And it added a fun sense of just like adventure as we were going through, and I thought that was a cute little quest. She seemed very upset with me by the time we got to the end though. So after I played through for a little bit, it was time for me to jump into the tower. The tower is a little bit like the dungeon, but it's a little bit different. You still have the dungeons where you have to fight through, but it also includes a lot of puzzles, and I love puzzles, especially when they're done right, and this game absolutely did it right. A lot of them involved having to light things on fire or push blocks onto buttons to unlock doors, and for the most part, I found it very satisfying and had a lot of fun with them. Some of the puzzles actually had me scratching my head. One of the puzzles needed me to light 6 different torches, but the problem was the torches would go out really, really fast. So what I did is I ran into the last room and picked up another torch, giving me 2 torches. I then timed my throw so I could throw both of them around the same time in order to open up the door. It took a couple of tries, but once I finished it, I felt really satisfied. I didn't know if that was actually the right way to do it, but the fact that you could complete it in different ways actually made it so much more enjoyable. After I had beaten a few floors of the tower, it actually gave me a brand new 2-handed sword. And since I love 2-handed swords so much, I had to swap it out. I used my blacksmith to enhance it way more. By doing that, I have to destroy other weapons to enhance that weapon, which I think that's a really cool system, and it was a way for me to clean out my inventory because I had a bunch of junk in it by then. Combat in mobile games just a lot of the time does not feel satisfying at all, especially hack and slash games. For some reason, it just doesn't feel like the weapons have any real like heft. This game is amazing for combat. Every time I went into a combat room, I actually felt excited to begin combat. I really enjoyed the weapon that I was using, and if I didn't enjoy the weapon, I always could just swap it out and try something new. The way combat works is you have 2 different attacking abilities. First is your basic auto attack, which just allows you to swing or shoot your weapon. Since I have a giant 2-handed sword, I had a huge arc of damage, and I just swung my big sword all over the place trying to damage guys. And for my special ability, it changes on the weapon you're using, but since I was using a 2-handed sword, my newest ability that I was able to use sends out 3 giant shockwaves. The strategy I had going in was to use my main ability to take out the strongest enemy there, group them all up, and then just swing them down. And of course, I then had my dog with his volcano gloves that was going out just beating anything else down. I very much so grew attached to my companion as we were able to travel through together. I'd also like to mention there's PvP, guild arenas, and awesome other battles. With PvP, you can 1v1 against other opponents, but unfortunately, I was never able to play through long enough to be able to unlock it. Besides, we all know I'd get my butt handed to me. Just know that that's an option, and it seems like a lot of people really enjoy it. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And again, huge shout out to Cacao for being able to sponsor this amazing game. And of course, download it in the description down below. See ya! Whoa!